Baghdad, once the heart of knowledge, literature, and civilization, a city that gave the world algebra and astronomy, a place where pens ruled more than swords. But in 2003, the skies of Baghdad filled with smoke, its soil soaked in blood, and an entire nation was torn apart. This is the story of how America destroyed Iraq. Saddam Hussein, once the most feared man in the Arab world. For 30 years he ruled with an iron fist. He crushed his enemies, silenced his people. But when America set its eyes on him, Saddam believed it was just another bluff. He thought, like the Gulf War, this too would pass. But post 9/11 America was different. President George W. Bush stood before the world and declared, "Saddam has weapons of mass destruction, poisonous, screaming, deadly weapons, and America said, if we don't stop him now, tomorrow he'll be the next Osama bin Laden." But it was all a lie. The CIA had no solid proof. Iraq repeatedly denied having WMDs. UN inspectors found nothing. And yet America invaded. Why? Because the war wasn't just about weapons. It was about oil, power, and politics. Iraq had the second largest oil reserves in the world. And America wanted control. Corporations like Halliburton and ExxonMobil were already circling Iraq like vultures. Under the name of liberation, looting was about to begin. In March 2003, America launched its assault. They called it shock and awe. The skies of Baghdad lit up, not with hope, but with bombs. Explosions shook the city. Screams filled the night, a cradle of civilization reduced to rubble in the name of modern warfare. Saddam's regime collapsed. American troops marched into Baghdad. A statue of Saddam was toppled to the ground, and the media cheered, mission accomplished. But in truth, the real war had just begun. America had no plan, no exit strategy, no roadmap for peace. The Iraqi army was dissolved overnight, leaving hundreds of thousands of trained men angry and unemployed. Hospitals were looted, priceless museums, home to the world's oldest heritage, were ransacked. The heart of Baghdad was torn open. When you dismantle a country's military, police, and leadership in a single day, you don't just get empty streets, you get rage, revenge, and chaos. And in that chaos, militias rose. Civil war between Sunnis and Shias broke out. Bombings became daily. Al-Qaeda found its new home in Iraq. And a few years later, from these ashes, emerged something even darker: ISIS. In December 2003, Saddam was found hiding in a hole near Tikrit. Tired, broken, defeated. He was captured, put on trial, and in 2006, publicly hanged. But Saddam's death didn't bring peace. It brought more blood. Over 1 million Iraqis lost their lives. Cities were flattened. Mosques, markets, schools turned into battlegrounds. Iraq became a nation of widows and orphans. The U.S. spent over $2 trillion on the war. More than 4,500